My name is Lily Hoops, and I'm a Bonnie Lake Panther.
I think that the power value that best describes Lily is respect. Lily is always so kind, and she works with every other student. For example, in FCCLA as co-president, she makes sure that everyone feels welcome. And when she's working with our partner organizations like the Food Bank and Cascade Regional Blood Services, she always shows the utmost respect and kindness to everyone that she's working with.
I think the power value that Lily represents the most is work ethic. She is extraordinary about managing her time, looking at really big tasks and then breaking them up into component parts and getting ahead of the situation. So not only is it done on time, but in most cases it's done early.
I feel that I most represent work ethic because I'm able to always catch up in school and keep my grades up even if I'm missing class for things like robotics or FCCLA, and this really helps me in my school.
Pretty much all of the power values. The main, if I have to narrow it down, probably the main two would be her perseverance and work ethic. Robotics takes a lot of time. We were here, from September till the end of April, 600 plus hours after school. She was there for every one of them. Just the amount of time that takes, never any complaints. She knew what kind of the cost to perform at a high level, and she pulled it off great.
The two main activities I do are robotics and FCCLA. In robotics, we have these huge competitions we do throughout the year. We build a robot for 6 weeks and then we get to compete. I'm one of the drivers this year, so that was super fun and I really enjoyed it.
What stands out about Lily to me is how actively engaged her brain is in multiple different things. I mean, I work with her in math all the time, but she transfers that same idea, the ambition and the moving forward into the robotics. She's a driver for the robotics team, and the robot's done incredible the last couple of years, and she's a big part of that. And so that's one of the really things I appreciate the most about Lily is how she looks forward and how she moves into the new areas of learning and how she applies it to everything.
Lily's best character traits are just her genuine, positivity. She's just always a really positive person. Always wants to keep the fun in what we're doing. Out of the 4 years we've had her, she's the one student that's consistently fought for googly eyes and tie-dye for everything that we're doing. So she just wants to keep it so it's not just all business, but that we're having fun along the way.
The other activity I'm in is FCCLA. We do lots of service projects as well as competitions. So I got to do a competition with my friend Paige, and we are going to nationals later this summer, so I'm really excited for that.
I think that Lily's best character traits are the fact that she is just so kind and hardworking. She puts in 110% effort in everything that she does. She works on competition projects, on community service, and she always goes above and beyond. She always asks what she can do to help, and she jumps right in. She is always the last person to leave events and always wants to make sure that everything is cleaned up and ready to go before she leaves. Always checks in with every member and everyone participating, and she just has a huge heart.
All right, my favorite high school memory was with the robotics team in our week 1 competition. We made it to the finals for the first time as our team this year, and we actually won the competition. So it was super fun because I was with all my friends and we had a really good time, and we worked really hard, and then it all paid off.
One of the things that has really stood out with Lily over the last year is she just loves learning. She'll take anything from robotics to her research project and just dive deep into something for no other reason than she wants to know more about it, and might have to spend some time pulling herself back from maybe going too far on that, but she just loves learning things that I think make herself and hopefully the world a better place.
Lily is just a very genuine person. Who she presents to the world is who she is, and that's kind of a refreshing trait. You can take it on faith that when she asks or when she says something, she's going to follow through with it, and she works hard to kind of maintain that. In our robotics world, there's something called gracious professionalism, and basically it's talking about being gracious to everybody, helping each other out, and then competing the best you possibly can. And she just lives up to that every day by just being professional on what she works on and does and how she does it, but then also being more than happy to take time out of her day to help people out and build them up and make sure that everybody is succeeding, not just herself.
Some of my proudest accomplishments have been keeping in 4.0 all years, which has been a hard task, but definitely worth it. And within clubs, robotics, going to Worlds twice in a row, which is super fun, and then FCCLA, I've also been to Nationals every year. So my future plans after high school next year involve going to UW Tacoma to study computer science and general engineering. I also want to learn how to do project management so I can take these two jobs and kind of incorporate them to be a technical project manager later in my career.